What's happening in Hollywood? What's happening online? What's going on around the world and deep inside your mind? Where do you go when you want to learn about pop culture from the past? We're happy to see you, glad you're here. Welcome to the A-List Podcast.
Welcome back to the A-List.
I'm looking at your thing again.
Hey, everybody. Okay, so...
Welcome back.
What would you call the genre of this week's theme song?
Oh, right. I think it's like a grunge pop.
Grunge pop. That, I guess, yeah, totally. I would definitely say grunge pop also. How did you guys feel about last week's, the country pop one?
Yeah.
What's happening in Hollywood? That was funny. What did you guys think so far between these two?
Honestly,
What do you
forgot
like?
about this.
How
But
could
I am
you
excited
forget?
for the feedback.
Yeah, I am too.
What's
Welcome
up?
back
I'm
to
Allison.
and I'm Alex.
I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like I've never talked in front of a camera in my life.
Well, maybe it's because we need to always say the intro in unison. I'm Alex.
I'm Allison.
And welcome
we
to the
are-
A-List Podcast with Alex and Allison. That's what we
Right.
should say.
You're so right.
So
wasn't
I don't think
prepared.
it matters who introduces first, but like
Yeah.
that's the follow-up. Let's try
We have
it.
to say it in unison?
Yeah.
Okay.
After you, so like you could start it and say, "Hey, I'm Allison." That's my cue to go. Or maybe you're gabbering on, and then I start it. "Hey, I'm Alex,"
Okay.
and you know that's your cue to go.
Okay. Hey, I'm Allison.
Hey, I'm Alex, and welcome to the A-List Podcast with Allison and Alex.
Honestly,
Yeah, exactly, just like
that was
that.
pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Okay, well, welcome back. You just returned from Nashville.
Nashville, Tennessee.
How was it? How was the Bachelorette weekend?
Let's start with, if you're in the Midwest right now or Nashville,
Yeah.
I'm sure other places, but this is where I guess it's happening the worst. There is a cicada infestation. Okay.
I have seen videos.
Listen,
and it's very scary.
It's no exaggeration. I didn't know what we were getting into. We get out of the airport to go wait for our Uber. We're rolling our bags, and I think that there is I was like, look at all these dead butterflies. Couldn't believe it. And then one of the gals on the trip, my friend Beth, was like, no, these are cicadas. They were everywhere.
I hate them.
And listen, I was quite the ladies' man this weekend.
Oh.
I was killing bugs and catching cicadas and
Oh,
saving
I thought you meant
these
the ladies
girls.
were hitting on you.
I was a ladies' man, and that I was taking care of the ladies.
Got it. Thank God.
And it was my pleasure, honestly. But yeah, I couldn't believe. You would look at a tree trunk, okay?
Yeah.
You'd think, what a beautiful, normal-looking tree.
No.
The entire trunk is covered in them. You can't even see the bark.
It makes me want to vomit.
It.
I saw a video of a guy trying to like mow his lawn or something.
Yeah.
And they were just covered. His body was
They literally
covered.
look like flying cockroaches.
And I hate the sound because, like, in the Midwest, growing up, obviously we would hear them
Yeah,
at this
yeah,
time of
yeah.
year,
And
but you really wouldn't see them.
We would see them in their shells. You know why, though? It's because this is something happened. Two different breeds of them
Hate that.
bred together.
Ew.
Because cicadas only hatch once every 7 years. So they were
Born.
crossbred, and it's like a insane, like apocalyptic amount of cicadas. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
So the two kinds bred.
No, there's like 7 different kinds of cicadas.
So they all just were.
I don't know if all of them did, but
Fucking-
some of them did. Yeah, but this is why when we were kids, we would hear them and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
But we would never really see them.
No.
Until they were the shells.
were dead
and then
on
you
the
would
ground.
chase your siblings and put the shells on them.
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. Everyone did that.
What? I didn't.
Okay. You wouldn't wear it as a brooch? No, I'm being serious. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The little amber shells of a cicada.
No, I know the shell, but I didn't touch it. I'm crying. The brooch.
You would chase your sisters and you would wear them as a brooch.
No, my sister and I were never touching those.
No one was chasing you with them?
No.
Well, anyway.
And definitely not wearing them as a brooch.
Anyway, there was a lot of cicadas, and the funniest, craziest story of it all, there's 2, and I'm just going to say these real quick. So I went to lunch one day with Beth and Jen, and Beth was terrified of running into these cicadas because we walked from the Airbnb to this restaurant. It was very close. And she was dodging them because they're just flying everywhere.
Yeah.
We're at our last crosswalk. And I was like, I think we go this way. And she goes, no, the GPS says this way. And right when she puts her hand out, a cicada smacks into her. water bottle flying, shoes flung off, hair out of its ponytail. It was the craziest thing. It was like
she ripped everything off.
everything off.
Yeah.
Everything went flying. And then the last night, we were all exhausted. We had just ordered Shake Shack. Not Emily, because she can't have Shake Shack right now. So she had gluten-free pasta. And she went out to get her food from her Uber Eats. She came in, had almost finished her meal, and felt something on her back and went like this. And a cicada flies off around and lands on her hand. I've never heard Emily scream like this. So loud, flies the thing gets so scared by how loud she is, it falls over and dies.
Whoa.
There it was, lifeless on top of her phone. And I just carried it to the garbage.
Were you sure it was dead? Did you try CPR?
Of course not, but it was alive on her because it flew when she touched it on her back, and she screamed the life out of it. So there were a lot of cicadas. But the trip itself, huge success. Everyone had a great time. Emily was so happy, and I think she genuinely had a good time.
Good.
Got there like 6 p.m. locally on Friday, and then we went out that night. That's when everyone was arriving at different times. And one of the gals, Catherine, who I had never met before, one of Emily's like OG high school friends, she was flying here from Chicago, delayed because of storms. Her bag got on the wrong plane, so she arrives so late without any of her stuff. And bless her heart, Emily's like, go to the Airbnb, blah, blah, blah. This girl rallies and comes to the club that we're at with her one bag, just looking so tired and defeated.
I get that.
People showed up for Emily.
Yeah.
But her luggage did come the next day. And the next day was packed. The girls went to a strip or a pole dancing class. Mm-hmm. That's when I went to lunch with Beth and Jen. We went and saw some live music at a local hotel and ate lunch. It was lovely. And then
did you know the music was happening, or did you just like run into it?
No, it's just music. It's Nashville. It's just always happening everywhere all the time.
Everything everywhere all at once.
Everything everywhere all at once. Yes, we did go to the infamous Broadway Street the first night. They had it all blocked off because it was Memorial Weekend. So you could just
for Emily.
For Emily. No, I'm pretty sure every woman there was a bride.
Oh,
to be.
I feel like
I've never seen
on
more.
any given, especially in the summer, but any given weekend, it's.
I just like had never. I mean, you see that a lot in Vegas, but like this was a wild amount.
And Palm Springs.
So that was the daytime. Then we went back to the Airbnb and got ready, and we went to a really nice dinner at this incredible restaurant. I had beer can chicken, and
I thought you were gonna say beer cheese. Yeah,
no, beer can chicken with like some medley of vegetables. It was so good. And then this place gives you table mashed potatoes.
Every place should do that.
I agree.
Just like on the house.
I think it just comes with it comes with your meal. So it's like the meal comes and they just put them right across the table, and were they creamy?
Good.
So
Not
that was
chunky?
What's that?
Not chunky.
Not chunky. No. So that was that, and then we had 2.5 hours before our show, the male review show we were going to. And when we got to the Airbnb after the restaurant, most of the women were like, I think I'm just going to lay down. I was like, oh, no.
No.
I was like, if anyone lays down, we are not getting up.
No.
So I drug all their asses to the roof, actually, those that would go. And I was like, we're going to do a photo shoot. So I got some epic photos of the ladies.
Good.
And videos that I'm currently right now editing together, like a very epic recap. It's coming together. It's really funny. And it worked. Everyone stayed awake. Good. And Beth, who was a bartender, made espresso martinis. They were excellent.
Course.
Yes.
You have to.
Then we went out, and this night was wild. So we went to the male review, and I was safe because
you weren't allowed to touch or
men were not allowed to
anywhere.
Participate, is what I thought.
They lied in their bylaws?
So first I want to say that this thing, it was a really hilarious experience. Everyone in our group had a great time. It was in like the back conference room of a Hard Rock cafe.
Conference room? I'm sorry?
Yeah. You think you're going to like Chippendale's Magic Mike.
That's exactly what I pictured.
4 people, exactly 4 dancers on a teeny tiny stage in what was like the upstairs party room of the Hard Rock cafe.
Okay. And these were expensive tickets.
These tickets were so expensive. And then when you get there, it's mandatory $30 for 2 drinks. That includes tip. And then you think that's done. Oh, no. Then you get to the next part where there's one of the dancers saying everyone has to have $20 in $1 bills. Don't worry. We have Venmo and we can do it here for you.
Right.
So right out the bat, another $50. So we get in there and I'm like, it's like coming around the corner for me. I'm like, what is the reveal? The line looked huge.
Yeah.
Guess how many people are in the audience?
Well,
A stage of 4.
yeah, a stage of 4. If you're saying this is a conference room, I would say no more than 50.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the room was so small that there were like 2 tables and we had the main table. We were in the front fucking row.
Yeah.
And then one more table. I mean, we literally occupied both of those. So that's why our tickets were so expensive.
Got it.
Then behind us was like 5 rows of 4 chairs. Just like chairs, like folding chairs. Was
this like a real thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was all the space there was on the floor. The rest of the people were in single file lines on the ADA ramp that lets you get down to that section where the stage is. So that is what we're dealing with here.
Okay.
And
was
so
it dark in there? Like conference room vibes makes me feel like it was like.
No, sorry. I should have said like the upstairs. It's like the upstairs of a restaurant. It's literally just like a big open, like where you would have your parents' 50th wedding anniversary.
Okay. That I have more.
So there's more windows.
Yes.
But that's it. A lot of light colored oak wood.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. It was lit. It was lit well, I will say. It was definitely like party lighting.
Okay.
And then the MC comes out. He was the hottest one.
Great.
And the show begins. We had a blast. It was so fun. It was going so well. And there is this hilarious video, which if Emily lets me post it, and I know that you're listening because she listens to the pod, I will. But was a point where they had like different acts, right, throughout the whole thing. And Emily did have some words about their dancing because it was not Magic Mike.
It is the worst.
It was not Magic Mike. One of them could dance. The odds are not good when there's 4. Yeah. So one of the guys comes out with a can of Ready Whip, and he goes straight for Emily, and Emily pushes him away. I'm dairy free. Yeah. I'm dairy free. Yeah. He goes to Jasmine, her friend Jasmine, tries to do it to her, and she was like, no, I'm dairy free. This guy leaves the table like so annoyed. Oh. Yeah, Beth was like, we should just tell them that these 2 tables are from LA, so keep the gluten and the dairy away. Yeah. But then I thought everything was good. And there was one other guy there. Okay. In the audience. And I was like, okay, cool. Bet. Second act comes out. And the guy was the other guy that was there. I literally just clocked him. I didn't like observe. But when I clocked him, it seemed that he was kind of in the same situation I was. Okay. He was there like with 4 girls and he was kind of like had his hat on and he was just kind of like chilling. Yeah. Okay. Second act comes out. It's probably the youngest dude of the 4 strippers, the one that showed us his peen. He goes and he's wearing like little Calvin Klein briefs and he makes his way over to that table and he starts like grinding on one of the girls. And then the guy puts $1 in his underwear and he goes grabs the guy's head and starts humping him in the mouth.
I thought he was going to get in trouble.
No, humping him in the mouth. No. In his Calvin Kleins, and that this guy was mouth open, loving it. Oh, okay. So I saw that every single one of these girls who knew that this was my nightmare, just all of them look over at me, and I'm filled with dread. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna make it so clear that if that is attempted anywhere near me, I'm gonna induce vomit because I can. So the show goes on. I am in full panic mode. Yeah, I can imagine. And I was sitting and right by the ramp for the ADA compliance. So like that was where the MC would go. That's where the guys would enter the audience and leave the audience. Yeah. And a lot of funny stuff happened. Like it was an entertaining thing. And I'm like, we've got to be almost done now. It's nearly 11 p.m. Yeah. I'm going to need some volunteers from the audience. Nope. It's walking this way. I'm going to need some volunteers from the audience. And I'm like, okay, who's going to volunteer? And he puts his hand right on my shoulder and he goes, but I'm going to pick you. No, Alex. And I was like, of fucking course. This show, by the way, I also thought I was in the clear because yes, that interaction happened for that gay man. Yeah. But every other thing that went, there was never another interaction with him. And the guys kept referring to the audience as ladies. Like he kept being like, and the MC would be like, where are my brides? Like, where's my 21?
Yeah, there's has to be more than her as a bride there. So like,
yeah. But I mean, like they weren't referencing us. Like we were like, he had his moment. I made it clear that I didn't want any of that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, done. So I was shocked that he would put his hand on me. Like, what do you mean? No one wants to see me do anything here.
No.
And I was like getting ready to
the girls want their
vomit.
moment with these guys.
Totally. Like, and we're in a conservative state.
Yeah.
And the first
they
row
can't
of
even
chairs
do
right
drag
behind
shows
me.
there. Yeah.
So I was like, no. And he was like, you're really not going to do this. Like, that's so annoying. Like he was, not in like a mean way. He was just like, come on. And then and then of course, because peer pressure wins every time, I went.
I'm so scared.
Did I know what I was volunteering for? No. But I went on stage. The girls were all like really gassing me up, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I get up there, and he's like looking for more volunteers, and I was like, oh my god, what is he gonna make me dance on someone? Because
hell yeah.
Again, I'll vomit. I was ready to embarrass myself that way.
At least.
Sure. Okay, so. Then a girl comes up, and then slowly more girls come up. He gets to the front and he picks another one of Emily's friends. She comes up. We're together. There's 9 of us up there.
Okay.
And the other gay guy is up there.
Of course.
In fact, he picked him second. It was like me and then him. And I was like, oh my God, we are definitely going to be, he's going to be like, watch these gay guys dance on women. So he has us all 9 up there and he goes, okay, so do you know what you're up here to do? No. He's like, it's a twerk contest. You're going one at a time. You're going to go one at a time.
No.
And then the audience is going to vote on who's the best. I look over at Emily and bless her heart that she's such a good friend. She like clears her space and she's showing me like what to do. She's going
teaching you.
She's literally teaching me how to twerk. And I was like watching her, studying her, being like, okay, got it. I got it. I understand the motion. I've got it. But like, I'm still not going to participate. I don't know how this is going to go down, but we'll see. Yeah. But like she was looking out. Emily, thank you for looking out for me. So it gets to me or whatever, and I like go up there and I like jokingly shake my ass, and then I just kind of like bop with it, and then I look at the guy. I was like, no one wants to see me twerk. Yeah. And he like laughed and let me stop. Thank goodness. So I lived my nightmare in the one place I thought I'd be safe.
I'm so sorry because you looked at the rules and the rules.
I looked at the rules. They said basically sit still, look pretty, don't talk. I will say the other guy there, and when it was his turn to twerk, he pulled his pants down to his ankles to reveal his underwear.
Ankles?
To reveal his underwear.
Oh no.
And he didn't really twerk so much as just like really shook his like body really fast. Yeah. But like when I went, all my friends threw ones on the, and then when her other friend went, people threw ones. So it ended up being, it was fine. Yeah. But I was like, this isn't necessarily a fear I overcame so much as I really do manifest these things in my life. Yeah. So I need to put that power into other things, not my embarrassment.
Yeah. Good thing there was not that many people in the audience.
Also true.
And I'm sure you weren't allowed to have cameras out or anything, right?
So we thought, everything's filmed. I have the whole Alex twerking thing is completely documented.
Got it.
But what an experience. So we left there. We went out. Emily was like, can we please find a club that has hip hop music? Because we like could not find it. And it's true. Country. It is all country or 80s. Like we found one place that was doing some like kind of pop, but then it turned house. And we were all like, we just really need hip hop music. Well, the DJ at this male review show was so good. Nice. So the girls went on stage and they were like, where do we go to find this? Yeah. Where are you DJing? So he gave us this club called Ava. So we went over to Ava. It was exactly what we wanted. Good. And then we just kept lucking out. We kept hitting all of the best hip hop bars. Nice. That's what I would want too. Yeah. So that's good to know if you're going there for your bachelorette and that's the kind of music you want. Go to the Ava. You need to do your research before. You really did. Because our whole first night was pretty much wasted. Like we could not find it anywhere. Yeah. Not wasted, but we couldn't find it. Yeah, because if you're looking for that and you just are like going into bar after bar after bar, then you're just kind of walking. Exactly. Forever. So we ended the night by doing the wobble, which was so white. Classic. But it was the most fun bar we were at, which was a really small one, but it was like the energy was insane.
Yeah.
It was all hip hop music. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Emily injured her knee, so
No.
Jasmine and I like really hobbled with her back to get to the taxis, and then that night we just watched movies. I mean, I was up till like 4 a.m. every night.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday we went to a really nice brunch under a tornado watch. So then we went back to the Airbnb, and then Emily, Trish, Jazz, like 4 of us were just active napping while it was thunderstorming, and it was really peaceful and relaxing. And then we just played games the rest of I showed everyone the t-shirt game, took my Jackbox TV.
Because you had like 12 right there, right?
12 at the
of you?
house, 14 in total.
So that's fun.
It was.
That
it was
many
fun.
people is fun to play.
Well, I think the max was 8, but we filled it. It was fun though.
Yeah.
No, it's more. I'm thinking of the other one.
Quiplash.
Quiplash
You can
is
have
8.
a lot more for that. Oh, I thought.
No, Quiplash is 8. You're right. T-shirt, TKO, you can have like 12.
Got it.
Which they like because it switches up the variety.
Yeah.
Super fucking good time. I've made some new friends, specifically Trisha. She and I really hit it off. She lives here in North Hollywood as well.
Oh, cool.
And she works on American Idol.
Oh, fun.
So it was fun to talk with her, and
Yeah.
she's part of. So Emily, first, like I said this, and like it was very evident. Like Emily's friendships are so sacred to her. Like everyone was incredible, and all of us very like different groups of hers. So like she had her OGs, she calls them, which is her 3 besties from literally high school.
Yeah.
One of them, her really close friend Lisa, pretty much facilitated all of these activities, and I love her so much.
Yeah.
She had that group. She had the girls she met in college / when she first moved to LA, which Jasmine and Diane were in that. And then her other LA group, which was me and Jasmine. And then her Bachelorette, her friends that she like became friends with while watching The Bachelor, and they watch it together every season, every week they get together.
Yeah.
And Trisha was in that group. So, and then, Beth was also in like my LA group. So it's just like everyone came together and really like, it was nice to see. Very respectful of Emily's friendships with everyone, and also a testament to Emily because like everyone really showed out, and you know,
it is when you have different groups of friends. Sometimes the people don't mesh well, so that's good that everyone did.
And because we all had to share rooms too, it worked out. The only ones so Trisha did have to share a bed and room with one of Emily's friends she had never met, but they were both very chill about it.
Yeah.
But I shared a room with Jasmine, so we spent so much time catching up. It's like crazy how much I did. Like she doesn't know.
Yeah, because she just is in
a
bubble in Florida.
Like I had my shirt off at one point, and she was like, "Your nipples are pierced."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh wow, yeah, I got that done
a
year ago." Wow. So it was really great to catch up with her. She
Now
cut all her hair off.
She did?
Yeah, she has such cute short curly hair right now.
The people don't know. These are just friends. They don't know Jasmine because she doesn't live here anymore.
Oh, Jasmine. Yeah, Jasmine Jasmine and I shared a room because we knew each other the most, or she paired people with how much they knew each other. And then, and it was a house similar to like Caleb and Cameron's, like 4 stories but then a roof.
Yeah.
A lot of stairs.
Yeah, when I was watching Jersey Shore Family Reunion, they went to Nashville recently, and they also had a stacked.
Is what they
place
all look
like
like there.
Yeah.
So it was really nice. Had a great time. My flights were really easy coming back, and thankfully I flew into Burbank.
You got back earlier than I thought. I thought you were getting back like later at night.
I thought I was going to get back at 10 a.m. because my flight was at 6.
Oh, but you had
I had a layover in Austin.
Yeah.
Because I was coming into Burbank, which still worth it. I would rather come into Burbank than ever fly into LAX.
I know, but it's weird for me now because when we lived in North Hollywood, or when I lived in North Hollywood with Cameron and Caleb, Burbank was like 8 minutes away. So that
made sense.
It made sense. But now I'm in Sherman Oaks, and
the 405's right there.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, I feel like they're the same time distance for me to get.
Yeah.
I
but
could choose
dealing
to go
with
to
the
Burbank.
airport itself,
right,
is the difference.
But the flights are better options from LAX.
usually
So it's like
cheaper and usually direct.
Cheaper and direct, and more airlines.
Correct.
So it's like you have to pick which is more important to you. Do you care about the in and out of Burbank? Because like my Lyft is probably going to be a similar price at a similar time. More expensive maybe from LAX if it's like bad traffic, but say the traffic is fine either way, it's still going to take me 20 to 25 minutes.
Sure.
If with no traffic either way.
Sure.
But then I have to decide, am I okay with it being a little bit more expensive, not direct, and my only options are Southwest, Spirit, maybe like American or something, and Burbank.
Oh, and Delta.
They had Delta?
Uh-huh.
Or do I go to LAX where I have
True. Well,
all
I
the
flew
options.
out LAX and in Burbank, and I would still do a layover because it was just like, it's just the madness of LAX right now, especially because of all the construction for the pre-Olympics.
Yeah.
Getting ready for it. It's just like a terror. And then getting picked up from Burbank, I was like, you can get on and off the front or the back of the plane.
Yeah.
And then I was to baggage claim before they were even done unloading the plane.
Yeah.
And picked up and out of there so quickly.
True.
But that's just me. But I get it. Like getting to the bachelorette party was like, I don't want to lay over. I just want to get there. And it was the same flight as the other
I think you
girls.
are still closer to Burbank.
I'm
than me.
6.5 minutes.
Yeah. So
it's easy.
That's like
an easy decision.
a game changer. I'm about to go home like in a week or less than a week. And I'm doing a red eye, which
I'm doing a red eye also.
Really hate. But I wanted to get there as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm not good at sleeping on planes. So a
I'm
red
great
eye
at
to
it.
me is a nightmare, but I just want to get to
Here's what I'll
Indiana
say.
as quickly as I can.
Because you're on a red eye and they are the least filled, like statistically, you will probably have your own row. If you go back far enough.
I'm not on, I'm on United.
Oh, you're
because
on
the
Southwest.
only red eye that day was United.
Got it.
So it's not going to be a great situation. I am on Delta on the way home, and I did pay for myself to be in Comfort Plus so that I could have a better experience. Yeah. And it would be nice if they upgraded me. We'll see. Because I do have like, not like a high status, but I am like above the like regular people.
Silver.
Sure.
Your silver medallion.
Yeah. But I feel like everyone has like high status on Delta because everyone has a Delta credit card.
Right. Yeah. They gave Megan status when she was visiting here.
Yeah.
She just
so
got
like
upgraded.
there's probably no shot of me getting upgraded, but
happened to me all the time.
I feel like you have good luck.
Well, I had status.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. That would be nice. But
And,
going there, leaves at midnight on United. I've already I think I have an aisle seat, but I don't know.
But also with United, if there's like full empty rows, you're allowed to move after takeoff.
Fair.
Anyway, I get it. I think I like a red eye only because the planes are usually more empty. It's just like nicer. You can spread out.
I feel like my issue is if I take something to sleep, I'm only getting 5 hours. And then, because I have to go to Chicago and then Chicago to Indy, and that's like at 7 a.m.
Right.
So I feel like I don't want to be groggy.
Totally.
By taking something to help me sleep. So it's like it's a bad situation. I'll be fine. Like I'll just go to bed early that night.
I guess I should say I would still rather do a red eye than like I hated my 6 a.m. flight. I hate it. Your like stomach's fucked up. You're like you want to have coffee, but then you don't. But if you don't, you're gonna get a headache. Like it's just like a terrible time. The anxiety is at its highest at that hour.
Yeah, I like a good 3 p.m.
Yeah, I was gonna say noon to 3.
Yeah.
So if I had to choose though, I would still do a red eye over like a 5 a.m. because that was my options too. Going home for my brother's wedding, and it's like, well, I can leave Burbank at 5, 6, or 6:45, but then it's like a full day of traveling. Yeah. Losing 3 hours.
Yeah.
Or I do the red eye.
Travel.
Anyway, that was my weekend.
Sounds like a fun
and happy
weekend.
Pride Month, everyone, because when this comes out, it's...
Speaking of Pride, I was in Palm Springs for just a day.
Very prideful.
Yeah. I met the boys and a bunch of our friends down in Palm Springs on Saturday. Like I left in the morning.
Yes. Allison watched Stanley for me Friday night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We had a great time. I went down Saturday morning-ish and we went to this pool party at Margaritaville.
Oh, fun. I've been there. I've stayed there a couple times.
And it was so many Speedos. I've never seen so many Speedos in one place in my whole life.
So the Margaritaville used to be the Riviera, and that was like I had stayed there when it was that, and that was like a renowned gay resort. It was so
Got
nice.
it. So
they're known for that.
they're
It's that
still
spot.
fine.
It's just now it's Jimmy Buffett's place.
Got it. I mean, it was a good time. Like everyone was super nice. It was just so many Speedos, and like love that for
Nice
everyone.
pools there too.
Yeah, we didn't get in. It was so packed, and it felt.
The water physically.
Yeah, it just felt.
There's too much semen
There's
swimming
too
around
much
in there.
going on. I couldn't.
Ew, sorry,
I
said
couldn't
semen.
even think about it. But there was a DJ and stuff, and like we had some drinks, but it wasn't. I don't know. We wanted to just like listen to our own music and drink and whatever. So we went back to the house, and we had a day. We just we stayed. We didn't go out. We just stayed there, drank, we grilled some food on the grill. And just, did our thing.
Yeah.
And then the next day we went to brunch, and the brunch was so chaotic. I couldn't even believe it. It wasn't until 2. So we were all starving. I had gotten.
How was that brunch? That's a late lunch.
I had gotten a turkey thing from Starbucks. Not the croissant, but the
turkey bacon.
Yeah, it was like a English muffin.
Okay.
That thing, whatever that is. And Caleb and I split that because we were like, we don't want to eat a lot because we want to have lunch. It was literally, that's not brunch.
No, it's a late lunch.
A late lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we didn't want, we wanted to eat there. So this was probably noon by the time we got ourselves together. I had to charge my car. So we were like, let's charge. We'll go to the Starbucks Reserve, which is insanely busy because it's like the place to go in downtown Palm Springs. So that took forever. And then by the time we got to brunch, we were all starving that we were not okay.
Yeah.
And the waiter just wanted nothing to do with us. And it was like, we had a table because like our friend Joe, who's a drag queen, set it up for us. His drag mother was the host of, and this is at a place called Booze Hounds. It's a great restaurant. You can bring your dog.
Oh, cute.
It's so cute. And I've had lunch there many times and had a great time, but I had never been to brunch. So this is not against Booze Hounds, the establishment. I just think that brunches are chaotic.
Yeah.
And there was one waiter on our whole section that was 3 tables of 10 people.
Whoa.
And there's a bachelorette. There's 2 bachelorette parties we were sandwiched between. And then our table there was 9 of us.
Yeah.
So it was just a big situation, and he wanted nothing to do with us. As soon as we sat down, we were ordering drinks. Everyone else, I was driving home, so I didn't drink, but everyone was getting bottomless spritz, bottomless mimosas, whatever. And we wanted to order food. And so he took our drink orders, and then he was like, see ya. And we were like, can we order food? And he was like, I need to get your drinks first. And we were like, what? Why wouldn't you just want to take the whole order at once? And he was like, nope. But then he got everyone else's drink orders also, and then brought the drinks to them before he took our lunch orders. So it was such a long time.
That's
and
so
we were like,
weird.
this is such a weird order you're doing this in, because we could have been out of your hair so fast.
Yeah.
But then by the time he got our drinks, everyone that was drinking was ready for a second drink. So then everyone was like, sorry, can I get another drink? And he was like, can I take your food orders? And we were like, what? And it just, his face and his attitude, he just you could tell he hated us. And I get it. I've never been a server in the food industry, so I can't imagine how stressful and annoying people are.
Yeah.
But it was, and everyone, because I also wasn't drinking, kept being like, hey, Allison, can you ask him for this?
Oh, God.
And then I kept being like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm being asked for waters for the table. Would that be something you could do?
It's waters or food. You got to choose.
Yeah. So it was just such a chaotic time. The show was great. All the performers were so fun, really funny. So had a great time actually watching the show.
Yeah.
But the waiter situation, and all of us were just staring at each other with big eyes, being like, are we okay? Like,
Yeah.
are we the problem here? But yeah, then I just drove home and had a lazy evening.
Oh, was the next day was your CrossFit thing?
Yes. So Monday is an infamous workout in the CrossFit world called Murph, and there's a backstory that I don't know the full story, so I'm not going to say it. But it's like every year, it has to do with a soldier like situation. Sorry if you're a CrossFitter that I sound like I'm not part of the community right now. But it's like some people think it's like a toxic thing, and I don't know. It's just a workout, like whatever.
Yeah.
And the meaning is like not a bad thing. So just, I can't get into that right now.
Yeah.
But it's a hard workout. It's like you run a mile and then you do like a bunch of pull-ups and push-ups and squats.
Yeah.
And then you run another mile. And I was going to modify because I have never done it before and I was afraid of how sore I was going to be. So I was like, I'll just cut everything in half and I'll just like have a good workout, have a good time with my friends at the gym, and then we're going to go to a bar later. So I'm just like here for a good time today. And at my gym is so unserious. Like our owner, who's my friend, is a dancer and like he's dancing as the like workout's going on. Like it's an unserious CrossFit place, which I like. Like I'm not there for the like type of people who are like so serious. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
But as we start running, I get to like where the like 800 meter thing would be for the half a mile. And I was like, I'm feeling good. So I just continued on.
Hell yeah.
And then I said, I guess I'm doing this whole thing right now because it feels weird to do the whole mile and then cut everything else in half. I'm going to be done so fast.
Yeah.
So I just like did it. I had to modify the pull-ups because obviously I can't do
That's a big
100 pull-ups. Like what? No.
Yeah.
So I modified those and like I modified the push-ups a little bit. But it was a good time. And then we went to a bar. Today, I cannot sit down
Oh God.
without assistance.
Oh no.
Like my hamstrings and glutes, like I am in so much pain. Sitting on the toilet is actually excruciating. Like it's not fun. But
you
that
did
was
that
it.
thing. You did that thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm glad I got through it.
Nice.
So that was our weekend.
That's all catch up.
Yeah. We do want to like talk about some pop culture things. So I feel like a lot has been happening in pop culture. Kind of.
Yeah. Did Nicki Minaj get arrested? Is that real?
She did.
That's.
I think in Amsterdam.
Yes.
Because she was going to the UK. She had a show.
Oh, okay.
And they found.
Oh, in Manchester or something.
Yeah. They found she had somehow
Weed
on her.
But in Amsterdam.
Yeah, but she was going to a place where it isn't legal.
Oh,
which is the issue.
That's what happened.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But it was like, she's on a private jet. Like I didn't know they really checked
I didn't either.
private jets. Cause you know what? People are flying on private jets with a lot worse than we.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. She was like trying to say that it was a setup or something. I don't know. But she did, I think, get arrested in some capacity.
Yeah.
She had to cancel or postpone her show. She was like live streaming the whole thing. It was like a wild.
But she went to actual jail.
That I don't know if she went to actual jail or like airport jail.
Right.
I'm unsure of that.
My
But
God.
that was wild. I don't know if this happened over the weekend or the week, but Justin and Haley announced their pregnancy.
I think that was last week because I saw the baby bump pictures when she went to the Billie Eilish concert.
Got it. We just hadn't talked about it.
Oh, okay.
So I put it on the list.
Yeah.
Only
a baby
for
Bieber
us to maybe come up with some names.
for Haley and
Yeah,
Justin
let's just
Bieber.
throw some names out. Maybe what you think it might be, or
Hazel.
Hazel Bieber.
If
Sounds
he
like Haley.
is still super religious, it might be something from the Bible.
A lot of people are saying it's going to be religious. Which,
Zechariah.
yeah, I'm trying to think
Daniel,
of like
because
a cool.
he got out of the lion's den.
What's that?
Daniel in the lion's den.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Daniel or maybe Jesus.
Just Jesus Bieber.
Jesus Bieber. I like that.
I do think it's a strong possibility that it could be religious, but if it's a girl, I don't know if it would be religious.
I also could see him naming him, if it's a him, Justin.
Justin the second? I don't feel
No,
like
isn't he
he's
the third? Isn't his dad also Justin?
Great question.
Did I make that up? I do be making stuff up.
Is Justin Bieber the second?
What?
That's not a good way to ask.
What's Justin Bieber's dad's name?
Right. What's Justin Bieber's dad's name? Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Could be a J
J
then.
name.
Like, what's a Bible name that's a J? Is
Jeremiah.
That, could be, I could see Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah Bieber. Call him Jeremy.
Jer.
Maya.
What if it's a girl, though? I feel like religious girl
Maya.
names are less cool.
Abigail.
That's giving
Mary.
I don't know very many female names in the Bible. That would be you.
Ananias. No, that's a man. Sapphira.
That's kind of cute.
That's cute. Well, she was bad.
Oh, sorry.
Ananias and Sapphira got together to conspire a plot to cheat the church and get ahead.
Whoa. Okay, non-religiously, I feel like I could see maybe a floral name like Rose or...
I think Hazel.
Hazel is good.
Or yeah, I could see them. It could also be very like Gwyneth Paltrow-y, you know?
Apple?
Well, like that world.
Yeah.
Like what did, what's his name just name? What did Vanessa Hudgens just name her baby?
I don't know.
Am I thinking of the right person?
I think she was pregnant. Sophia Richie. Right?
Sophia Richie. Someone just named their baby something after a Harry Styles song, and it's so trendy sounding.
Let me see if it's Sophia.
Hillary
Eloise.
Duff. It's Hillary Duff. Who?
Sophia Richie's daughter is Eloise.
Look up Hillary Duff's newest baby. She just had a baby.
She did?
Yeah, literally just had a baby.
The way I love Hillary Duff so much.
Yeah, and good for her. Mom of 3.
She's so cool. Towns Meadow Bear.
Yeah,
Oh, is her husband's last name Bear? Bair, or is that
I think so.
Towns Meadow?
Towns.
Kind of cute. Is that a boy?
I thought it was, but Meadow is very feminine sounding. But like it's 2024, so.
Yeah, I like it. I'm all for weird names. Not weird, but like unique.
Outside the box.
I have a name. I don't know if I'll ever have a kid, but if I do, I have a cool name in my head that I'm not going to say.
Okay, don't. It's Allison.
It's just Allison the second. Okay. Something else I have. I'm really coming in hot with some
Hot goss.
topics here. Richard Simmons is planning a Broadway show. And I saw this headline and I ran to our TFM group chat. And I said, if we aren't present at opening night of this Broadway show,
I can't believe
it's
he's
a
not
tragedy
dead.
to the fitness world. And that's all I have to say, period.
Here's the thing. I really didn't think that he was going to come out of the news as being alive. So that's crazy.
Being alive.
Because everyone's
So-
like, where the hell's Richard Simmons? And I just
I
had
know.
figured he's been slowly dying.
Well, I knew that he was alive because Caleb reached out to him recently and he responded so like Caleb's a fan, which he is.
Yeah.
And he has no obligation to know Caleb or
Yeah.
us, but he definitely is aware. There's no way that Richard Simmons doesn't know,
That you
isn't
guys
aware
are
of the fitness
compared.
marshal, only because in any interview Caleb has ever done, they ask about whatever. And his first thing he says is he calls himself a mixture of Richard Simmons and Britney Spears. So like you Google the fitness marshal, you're seeing
yeah.
your name.
Someone on his team has been like, whoa, there's a new you.
Right. I have a link here that I don't know why
A
I can't
link?
click on. Okay, so this is the like page 6 article and it says reclusive fitness whiz Richard
Reclusive.
Simmons planning Broadway show. Audiences will join on workout dance and audience will join in on workout dance numbers.
Sounds like a live show of yours.
Sounds like a fitness pop
maybe
show.
Maybe you should send a cease and desist.
Well, here's my thing. I can't imagine that he's not doing, if it's Broadway, if it's truly Broadway, then it's a theater with seats. So it isn't like our shows because we don't have seats,
True.
you know?
But wouldn't that
So-
be a shakeup if it was seats were removed?
And it's just the same thing. We
Come
do.
to Broadway to a Broadway show at night in your best workout gear.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah. So he's creating a Broadway show and I have to go.
Well, you absolutely do. You absolutely do.
It's pretty exciting. Do you have thoughts on Billie Eilish's new album?
Nope.
I haven't fully listened to the whole album. I similar with anyone. Taylor, I said this before. I'm not good at listening to albums all the way through
Totally.
when they come out. Like, it is overwhelming to me. But I've listened to snippets of them, and I really like the single Lunch. I think, I'm happy for her to, be singing about girls if
Yeah.
she feels compelled to. Like, she just like kind of came out recently.
Yeah.
And, I think it's a catchy song, but what I did want to talk about is the music video. Have you seen it?
No.
It's very like 90s, early 2000s vibe. It's kind of like fisheye lens. It's a very simple set behind her. She's just singing to the camera and like dancing cool and like different shots of her in different outfits, but to the camera, and then like fisheye lens. It's giving, there's a Missy Elliott video that I'm like can think of that is
I'm
like
picturing
that.
like a TLC video.
Very much that. And that caused me to, I went on a rabbit hole of the top music videos from the 90s.
Yeah.
Then that led to the 2000s, and then that led to the 2010s. And I wanted to read you these just as a food for thought.
Okay.
So this is Rolling Stone's top 10 greatest music videos of the 1990s.
Oh my
Do
God.
you think you can guess what number one is? Probably not, but give it your best. Actually, you might be able to. It seems pretty obvious.
Is it Smash Mouth All Star?
No, but great song. I feel like if you get like really think about it, one more guess
Of the 90s?
of the 90s.
Oh, Thriller? Oh, that would be 80s. It can't be Titanic, although I would choose that.
No, like who's like one of the biggest faces of the 90s in music?
Britney.
90s.
Oh yeah, 2000. Well, she was technically 98, but pop, the
Just music.
music.
A man
Bruce Springsteen.
who's not with us anymore.
Prince.
That's a good guess. No, it's Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit. I was trying to get you to Kurt Cobain.
Oh. 27 Club. Got it.
This list is just interesting to me. Once I give you the number 2 is Beastie Boys Sabotage.
Okay.
And number 3 is Pearl Jam Jeremy. Very grunge. Like obviously
yeah, it's very
the 90s.
Grunge. More grunge.
I think of hip hop more with the 90s, but I guess music video wise.
I was thinking of country, so that tells you.
Some more are 4 is Guns N' Roses, 5 is Smashing Pumpkins. Like it's all like grungy rock. 9 Inch Nails, another Nirvana, Blind Melon. So like this list was and you don't get to pop until number 9, which is Madonna, Vogue.
Okay.
And then 10 is Weezer. So there's only one pop.
That's
I guess
wild.
Weezer is kind of pop, but still like more rock.
Yeah.
Pop rock. So that was interesting to me.
That is interesting.
So when we go to the 2000s,
Do we finally get some pop in there?
I believe. Do you want to take a guess at number 1?
Of the two, like up to 2010.
2009, yeah.
Is it Baby by Justin Bieber?
No. So again, this is music videos, not just songs.
Oh, right. Okay. Good point.
Number 1 is Bad Romance, Lady Gaga,
Oh.
which was 2009. So interesting that it's
Yeah.
like the latter half of the decade. Number 2 is Toxic, Britney Spears. And number 3 is I Write Sins, Not Tragedies, Panic at the Disco,
Oh.
which is
I'd
a
agree with those.
great, yeah. I'll just read some more just because it's fun. Number 4 is You Rock My World, Michael Jackson. I don't know that song. You Rock My World, or it's a title that I might know the song, but I didn't know that was the title.
Yeah.
5 is Single Ladies.
Okay.
6 is Disturbia. 7, The Real Slim Shady. 8, Firework. 9, Californication. 10, Get Your Freak On, Missy Elliott.
I missed the 2000s.
So a great list.
Yeah.
And like that was the 90s the height of MTV like music videos, or
Yeah,
was it
correct.
the 2000s?
No.
So the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the 2010s.
To 2019.
So yeah, 2010 to 2019. Do you have a guess? I'm not even there. Jeez, I gotta scroll.
Definitely something Beyonce, like Run the World, maybe.
No. This is so unexpected to me. It's a great song, but like,
Is it Taylor Swift Love Story?
no. It's like kind of, to me, it's kind of a weird, it was a big song, but
Okay.
like this group to me is unexpected.
Is it Where's the Love? Black Eyed Peas?
No.
All right, what is it?
It's Bad Girls, MIA.
Oh.
Huge song, but like I don't think about them at all.
I don't even think about that music video.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't think I have either.
I've seen it in movies.
All I
but-
Want to Do is it that song?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I cannot
And
picture.
take your money. The thumbnail of it is like there's cars that are sideways and she's like hanging out the window. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Wow.
So that was weird. Number 2 is Am I the Best? It's a Korean.
My God. Okay.
To Anyone. I don't know this group.
E1.
Yeah. To Anyone. Got it.
Yeah.
3 is Kendrick Lamar Humble, which is a great song to run to. It has a great BPM for running, just saying.
Sit down.
Yeah, which I do like that song. 4 is Uptown Funk. 5 is Grimes Oblivion. Huh?
Okay.
I don't know that. Or if I do, I didn't know who Grimes was at the time. 6 is This Is America, Childish Gambino, which that was a cultural reset. I feel like that video was a lot. 7 is Bad Guy, Billie Eilish. 8 is T-Shirt, Migos.
Oh.
9 is Malamente, Rosalia. And 10 is Formation, Beyonce. So like
She did make the list.
wild that she's 10,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I thought those were so interesting. I
That
went
is
down
interesting.
such a rabbit hole.
Yeah, that is fascinating. Some of those selects I don't know, but
Yeah,
I guess
I
it's going
mean-
off of numbers, not necessarily like the writer's opinion.
Yeah. And not all of them are Rolling Stones. Some of them were just like an article that they had derived from
Yeah,
probably other articles. So
Sure.
I don't know how, other than the Rolling Stones one, I don't know how accurate. But I thought those were interesting.
That is interesting.
Do you use the Spotify DJ feature?
I sure do.
I think actually you told me about it. Possibly.
I did tell you about it, and
But
I
I
love the
did-
way he says Raven Simone. He says Raven Sime.
He does have a cute voice. I wish that he was different for everyone.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. But here's my thing with him.
Okay.
He doesn't get the vibes right always.
No, he doesn't. He does miss the mark.
Because yeah, I was, vibing in my car
Mm-hmm.
and I was, it was like some hip hop, it was like some cool vibes. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden it goes, hey, Allison, let's continue this groove. I'm going to play you some stuff that like, I think it's really your vibe right now. And I'm thinking, great.
Thanks for knowing.
Thanks for knowing. And like, I've been listening to, some throwback 90s hip hop, some like, I don't know. It was very like, I was chilling. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden he goes, I'm going to play you Sutton Foster. And it's like,
Anything goes.
yeah. And then it was like, I was like clicking through it. It was like 4 Hamilton songs. And then
So you thought you were in your
something
musical
from
theater
Shrek.
vibe?
Yeah. I was like, what do you mean? I've been listening to all these songs where I haven't been skipping any of this like rap and hip hop. And then you go, I'm going to continue your vibe here with Broadway.
Yeah. So I listen to a lot of lo-fi
Mm-hmm.
when I'm in my house.
Yeah.
So every like third or fourth switch up, I'm gonna throw you some of the music you listen to the most.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm in the car trying to sing, not mellow out.
No. Yeah.
So I wish you could like nix some genres.
Yeah. Cause I feel like if I'm skipping through, then you should know that
Don't play
that's,
these again.
yeah. I
Yes.
don't think he does know that.
It's learning. The AI is learning.
Yeah. I will say it gives me you a lot. And do you know what song
funny.
it keeps giving me? Because I guess I discovered it. But you did the cover. Is it a cover of Petty?
Yeah.
that it keeps coming up like first.
That is so funny.
And I didn't even know you when you did that. So
No,
I
you
think I
didn't.
just like was scrolling through your page.
Yeah.
And I clicked on it because I hadn't heard it before, and it's great. But it thinks that that's my like number one song right now.
You love Petty by Alex,
really
covered
love
by
this.
Alex by Jessie J.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Is his name Rex?
X.
Rex.
Rex. That I do know someone named Rex. Well, I don't know.
That was my
him,
grandpa's
but-
name.
Oh, it was?
Rex Raymond.
That's cute.
And what's cool is like that name Rex is cool to name a kid now.
Yeah, would you do that?
Totally would.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My sister already took my grandpa's name. So I can't do that.
It would be cool if it was Rex Xander. So it'd be REXXANDER.
Fun.
That Xander's the middle name.
Yeah, got it.
Rex Xander.
I like it. Rex Xander.
Or it's Rex, middle name Ander. So you say it together, it's Rex Xander.
Rex Xander. Fun. I think I like the double X.
Yeah, I do too. That's cool in a signature.
Yeah. My final thing
Yeah.
is that did you know that there's another submarine going to the Titanic?
Stop.
It's almost a year later,
Stop.
and there's a new submersible with a billionaire man
So it's the same thing?
that is like, he put out a statement that said, I'm going to go to show you that like these submersibles can be safe. And he's like a former astronaut. I think there's two people going. I don't know if the other one's a billionaire, but he's also an astronaut. So these people, they've done these like, missions
Dives,
before,
deep
going
dives.
to space and down there.
Imagine.
But it's a different company, and
I would hope so.
and they're going, and it's just like, we don't need this.
No. Can't wait to see it all unfold.
I know.
My
I mean,
God.
obviously, we don't want them to die.
No.
But
But
like,
But like,
it's-
why do you need to go down there?
No, I will say the only reason for a Titanic lover as myself,
Sure.
they keep saying the Titanic is going to be completely gone.
Yeah.
In not that long.
Yeah,
like
that's crazy.
Like 50 years or
In
something.
our lifetime.
Yeah.
Which is
so that
wild.
is sad because it is like such a historic
Yeah.
thing
And
that
really
will
in the
just
90s,
be.
it was pretty still like intact.
Yeah, it will just be nothing,
Yeah.
which is pretty sad in terms of like obviously the lives of the people on there, and for historic documentation,
Yeah.
like for it just to be erased is sad. So I can see that as being a reason to continue researching it as much as possible
Totally.
until it's gone.
Yeah.
But because of what happened last year, it's like a little wild to be.
Yeah.
And the jokes have already started.
Oh, I'm sure.
So
I hope that they're safe, but that is wild to why. It's just wild.
And it's just like, I think that happened in June. So it's
Yeah.
almost a full year
Yeah.
since. And they're just announcing it right now. It feels a little bit like, you know what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I was looking at my notes and I had written down, I think this kind of falls, it was when we were talking about conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
This is another one. It's not really, I don't know if it's a conspiracy, but it's something that makes me go, but you know how, you know, the whole, like if you fold a $20 bill in the right way, like on one side, it looks like the trade towers have been hit.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, it's the Pentagon.
Yes, I've heard that.
So like that, and like didn't believe it and then did it. And it's like, this is,
You did
this
it
is-
yourself?
yeah, I can, do you want to see it?
Sure.
I can actually show you.
Yeah.
Have you seen it ever before in person?
I don't think, I've just heard people talk about it.
So it's, so
Not
this,
that you having a $20 bill ready to go.
yeah. Well, that also reminded me of it. I was like, oh, I've got this 20. Okay, hold on. So you fold it. And then you like meet it in the middle. Like this.
It looks like a plane.
No. So it's Tower A and Tower B, like burning down. And then
Stop.
and on the back is the Pentagon with this with a
That I will have to see closer up. I
it's a
can't
little
see.
folded, but it's
Yeah.
it's actually crazy. If you haven't seen
Do
this, this is some, I don't know why it does this,
Yeah.
but like
So do we believe
I'm
that's wild?
how?
So does that towards the conspiracy that like America did this?
Yeah.
Not like Osama was like
Yeah.
playing with a $20 American bill and was like, look, wouldn't this be so funny if we did
Right.
this?
Right.
Wouldn't it be
No.
so camp?
So camp?
Not to, make a joke out of 9/11, but
Right.
like the conspiracy is wild. I just like don't know the benefit of
I know.
America doing it.
I also, it's just like, listen, I don't subscribe to many things, but when it comes to 9/11, the wingspan of the plane that was said to have hit the Pentagon and the actual hole that was left in it do not match, aren't even close at all.
Oh.
Scientists.
So it was a bomb then, is the...
Correct. That's what...
So what... The plane...
There was no plane. And also at that exact moment...
Have we not seen video?
No, because of that exact moment that it hit...
Yeah.
The security cameras on the outside of the building and the entry gate to the Pentagon were mysteriously not working.
Why?
Those are just facts. You can actually look that up.
But is it a Mandela effect that I feel like I've seen an image of a plane
Yeah, that has to be Mandela effect.
outside of the Pentagon?
Look it up. You don't have to right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, like, definitely not. And then, anyway, I can go down this rabbit hole for days, and and it was like, there's pictures of it, right? The hole that was left in the Pentagon, and there's like desk chairs and stuff that's like right on the edge of where it would have,
Yeah.
But again, scientists are like, jet fuel burns at whatever, and every single thing in this area would be melted and obliterated. There is no way a desk chair could physically just be sitting there.
Yeah.
And the wingspan.
I have not heard this, so this is wild. But so then also with that like thought, they then hired like people to do this.
Listen,
or those people were not like real people.
I don't know how far it goes into that. If they were set up or they were just like used as the face of this thing.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's footage of like Osama bin Laden with hostages. Like something is, but
yeah.
The thing is that if you hear too deep, you hear things like in any recording of the trade towers going down, like audio recording, you hear what sounds like explosions. Like, and since the towers collapsed in such a clean way, like how you would demolish a building, and it's just like, why?
Yeah, have there been studies on the
like how would it have swayed? Yeah, I'm sure there has. I had to stop because it was like, do I want to even entertain the thought that my country could do something like that and like render myself feeling unsafe for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Because I already feel that way. So let's maybe not verify it, even though I know it's probably true.
Yeah, I feel like it's one that I probably need to not look into too much.
Anyway, check out your $20 bills. Conspiracies.
Right.
Do we get a speed pipe?
Oh,
not that one.
I don't know. Let me look. No.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode 18.
Episode 18.
We'll be back next
it's
week.
Legal.
And, leave us a speak pipe. But if you do, make it a question or a comment that pertains to something that we could talk about on the podcast.
Please and thank you.
And we'll see you next week.
Happy Pride Month if you're celebrating.
Yeah, happy Pride Month.
And if you're supporting, thank you.
Ally.
Ally. All right, bye.
What's happening in Hollywood? What's happening online? What's going on around the world? And deep inside your mind, where do you go when you want to learn about pop culture from the past? We're happy to see you, glad you're here. Welcome to the A-List Podcast. The A-List!